Rumors are that everyone responsible for Kenya's alleged suspension is now backtracking on their claims. What's going on? I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk? And welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified, so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly everyone responsible for Kenya's alleged suspension is now backtracking on their claims. What's going on? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more, and here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly everyone responsible for trying to get Kenya fired at Real Housewives of Atlanta are now backtracking on their lies. The source said, production and the network made a huge mistake by allowing production leaks to take control of the Kenya and Brittany Edie story. Kenya has remained silent on the entire situation because of her alleged legal strategy. The source continued, the smartest thing Kenya has done was to allow everyone to think that they were winning the narrative game. However, all Kenya was doing was allowing them to sink themselves with their own lies. And it seems this strategy is working. First, said the source, the network allegedly leaked that Kenya was not let go because of revenge content. This was the first sign that Kenya's legal strategy was working. Allegedly, no one can confirm that the adult revenge content was ever shown, or if the alleged content was the work of Kenya or production. Secondly, said the source, the multiple production leaks have backed the network into a corner that's becoming hard for them to navigate out of. They can't follow the lead of production / the blog rumors because that could put them in deep legal trouble, said the source. Another source said, Kenya has allegedly been placed on a filming hold until production can sort through all of their legal issues and narratives. And it will most likely result in Kenya returning to the franchise mid-season for filming. The fact that there has been no official announcement from the network or production shows what we all pretty much knew and could guess, that production made a too hasty decision to try to get rid of Kenya, and they messed up filming and need a quick fix and strategy in order to save face and season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta before it's too late. Now, kinfolk, this is another rumor that's coming out of season 16 filming of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I must say that after all of these issues and drama we've been hearing about Brittany Edie and Kenya, I feel like this rumor is one of the more credible ones if you are to believe what it is saying. Now, of course, all this is alleged information and speculation, but I will to say this. The first telltale sign for me that this information could be somewhat accurate was this. First thing, Kenya has been supported by multiple housewives who are current or former on the network, and that for me was very telling. With a situation like this, it is so messy for any housewife to try to tie their name to it in support of Kenya. And with multiple housewives, current and former, all coming out in support of Kenya, it leads everyone to believe that maybe what was done was not actually what was done, and that it could be the network or production trying to make Kenya the fall guy for a season that has been lackluster. Now, kinfolk, also, when we see a lot of the former and current housewives come to Kenya's support, it also, in my opinion, speaks to her as a person. Because if Kenya was really this horrible person that everyone made her out to be, then you would not see friends and foes coming out in her support and trying to reveal to everyone that it is production who is the real enemy of a franchise and the fans. And I think that show support is really what is making production probably second guess their rush to make a rash decision about Kenya and her future on the show. Now kinfolk, we've also seen that there have been instances on the blogs where there have been conflicting reports whether Kenya was involved with this alleged adult revenge content or if it was something that production spearheaded. Now, we don't know the correct answer for that, but the fact that we have not heard any official announcements from the network about Kenya's placement on the show leads everyone to believe that maybe, just maybe, this alleged adult revenge content was not what everyone tried to make it out to be, and that it was a huge, big misunderstanding that was blown out of proportion because production was too reckless and, in my opinion, too lazy to take control of this narrative before it got out of hand. Now, kinfolk, with that being said, the next part of this rumor pretty much piggybacks off what I just said about production and their laziness, and it's this. You know, I firmly believe that production is at fault for allowing leaks to take control of this narrative via the blogs. It seems as if their production was trying to escape some type of accountability, but they were trying to do it in a very sneaky way. You know, if this is what you are saying that Kenya did, and if this is the punishment that you're handing down, you should be able to stand 10 toes down behind your decision and not have to allegedly leak it to blogs and bloggers about what happened and what is Kenya's placement moving forward or future moving forward with the network and production. And this was all just very, very much lazy work from production. You know, if they did do a thorough investigation, it should have been an official announcement. After they came to the conclusion about their findings about said investigation, it should have been an official announcement. That way, everyone could pretty much say, hey, this is what's going on and this is what's happening. And if production was trying not to do that in order to upset fans, in order to not upset fans and not have them boycott the upcoming season, then they failed anyway, because fans are already up in a roar about how messy this season has been put together. And so when you leave them in a very unclear place, especially with a fan favorite, then you're just further eroding their trust in you and your ability to produce this show, especially during such a critical time in the show's history and also during such a monumental season Sweet 16. Fans were really hoping that production could get this season right, and it seems that they were somewhat spots and places of hope. But it seemed as if now their production has officially completely dropped the ball simply because they were just too lazy to take control of this narrative and make the statements and the claims for themselves and not allow bloggers, especially bloggers with ulterior motives, take control of this entire scenario. Now, kinfolk, the third thing about this rumor that I must say that has been a really good job on Kenya's behalf is this. You know, throughout this entire situation, Kenya has really maintained her innocence, and I can't blame her, because Kenya is vehemently denying any involvement in alleged adult revenge content leaks. And I must say, the fact that she has maintained her innocence, and the fact that Candy has come out publicly on more than one occasion that she has not known Kenya to be a liar, goes to show you that there is some other things at play here that probably will vindicate Kenya. Now, could she have done something on the lines that was not acceptable and out of line? Yes. But however, the things they are claiming that she has done, that doesn't seem like Kenya's character. And again, the fact that current and former housewives, friends and foes of Kenya are all coming out in her support goes to show you that maybe everything is not what it is seeming to be. And I can understand why fans are now really looking at production the way they are, because it seems as if they are really trying to do Kenya dirty. And they're trying to go about it in a very nice, nasty, rude way. Allowing bloggers to make official or alleged official statements on behalf of production or the network just seems like very lazy work. It's something that a production company and a company as big as Bravo or NBC Universal should not be doing. It seems there are a lot of legal ramifications here that everyone is trying to potentially avoid. And I think by the network and production not coming out themselves and saying it, then I think they're trying to make it seem as if that they can't be held accountable for some of the things that Kenya is claiming that they're doing. But at the same time, it's just only muddying the waters and showing everyone, and including the opinion of the public opinion of this situation, that production is really doing very messy work with this season 16, and that everyone is pretty much going to end up boycotting it because everyone feels like Kenya's character is being unfairly misrepresented, because it seems as if everything that they're trying to say she's doing, she is vehemently denying it, and she's standing 10 toes behind it and never changing her stance. Her story has been the same since day one. The only person's stories that are changing are those allegedly from the network and of production. Now, kinfolk, the last part of this rumor that I want to talk about, and I think that everyone can agree on, is this. Since that no one can really say if Kenya has been fired or she's on a suspension, I can definitely see that Kenya will be making a return to the franchise for filming pretty soon. And I think they're going to do it with a mid-season reemergence, the same way they did kind of with Quad with Married to Medicine. I think they're going to end up showing everything that led up to the whole issue at the salon, and then they're going to put Kenya's filming on pause, and she won't make a return until after the mid-season. And then that's when we're going to see her and Brittany either hash things out or continue their feud. Simply because this drama between Kenya and Brittany, it is so big, it has taken over the entire season of filming, and fans want to see it, which equals higher ratings. And I think that even though production has made a lot of missteps with season 16 of Real Housewives of Atlanta, I don't think they're going to make a misstep with this one anymore, seeing how much backlash the fans that they received from the fans and from the entire Bravo universe in the way they treated Kenya with this whole fallout from this alleged adult revenge content. So, kinfolk, I definitely believe that we're going to see a reemergence of Kenya this season, next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but it's probably going to be a reemergence after the mid-season. But, kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. If you are to believe this rumor, because right now it's all speculation and alleged information, do you think that Kenya's alleged plan to remain silent and to wait to be vindicated by the truth is working? Or do you think she needs to go harder in proving that the network and production and even some of her castmates are lying on her and trying to sabotage her good name? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over in the next one.